Yeah, I mean, Ross said it best. I mean, it was really cool to see Gabby go out there and just stay flexible and dynamic and kind of change with the conditions, mix it up with barrels and airs in place. And a lot of those rights that he was looking for were just not there.
He'll get his chance to bounce back, and having to bounce back in the early stages of this heat, Griffin Colapinto took out the Vans Triple Crown last year, went down in a big way.
Ooh, sketchy. Whenever you catch that outside rail and fall face forward on the reef at pipe backdoor, it's sketchy times there. Not a huge wave, but still spooky wipeout.
Griffin Colapinto, what a revelation. I mean, he has been building nicely towards his spot on the championship tour, but on the North Shore in particular, Shane, these past couple of seasons, this kid has been so impressive. Had 2 finals this year, final twice with Felipe Toledo. Didn't get the win, but it's put him in a good position in the top 10, in 7th spot at the moment. And he'll try and get his campaign started here in the first round. Driving up into the pocket a couple of times, not much happening there. You can see that wind's really picked up. The other competitor out there in the lineup won through in the Pipe Invitational yesterday. He's having a special year in 2018. It's Ryan Callinan, and he'll be a full-time campaigner on the championship tour next year.
To get that spot in the top 22, so he's going to know that. He's going to feel that urgency and pretend that he's the guy sitting at 24th and needs to get the result. You have to do those little mind games, don't you?
Wade Carmichael also had the right off that wave. Obviously didn't get too much out of it, so another low-scoring start here. I know one thing that you love about Griffin is the fact that when he puts the jersey on, he doesn't back down. We'll come back to that in just a moment, but here we go, Ryan Callinan looking to get things started. Explosive first turn, cutting back into the bowl. This one's starting to taper away, but he'll stick with it, finding that oncoming section. Continues that clean form that he's shown throughout the back half of the year.
Yeah, I can see Ryan here. Just a sort of a nice opener for him. Beautiful snap there. And he's still got those fundamentals for the last couple of years, even though he's improved a lot, like Shano says. That'll never go away. Beautiful style for Ryan.
Wade Carmichael hooking into a backhand jam there to get started. That wind just really stalling the kind of the reel through that inside sandbar today. 14 minutes remaining here. A peak standing up at the moment. Wade Carmichael having a good think about it, but it is going to be Ryan Callinan getting into this one. Already has a 4 and the lead. So now looking to get rid of a throwaway score to push that requirement higher. Just whipping back into the pocket, chipping away nicely at this one. Pleasure for me to be sitting here with Ross Williams and Shane Dorian, 2 members of the Momentum Generation. That documentary's out. Here's the replay of Ryan's last wave.
Yeah, I love the way Ryan's surfing. He's just so, really, he had a little bit of a stumble at the start of that wave.
Help his situation. Right behind him, Carmichael up into the lip. A solid hit there, but that's all he's going to juice out of that wave. With just over 13 and a half minutes to go.
Yeah, he's definitely front-footed, but a power front-footed surfer. It reminds me a bit of Dane Reynolds.
Something standing up here at the moment for the rookie. Let's see what he can do. Big hook off the top. Really driving the board hard through that pocket. It was a nice steep section. Unfortunately, there wasn't much else left on that wave. He made good use of it.
You just watch the amount of rail he gets in the water right here and just unleashes, like just absolutely perfect technique. Got that nice twisting his hips and his shoulders, everything together, and just threw so much water. I mean, if you're in this heat and you're looking at this wave from the back, I mean, this is what you're going to see right here.
This is the kind of maneuver where you could pause it and go ahead and hang it in your living room. That is just textbook. That really is kind of a combo between Tom Curran and Dane Reynolds. They're 2 amazing surfers, but
and Joel Parkinson.
Had a little bit of Park going there.
Yeah.
Here we go, Ronnie.
He kicks out. Last night, Griffin was obviously at the celebration, Shano, for Joel Parkinson. Over just yet, but it was a fantastic night, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a great party, man. There's a lot of crappy parties out there, and that was an amazing party. It really was. It was raging and positive and no bad vibes, and it was just great, man. The band was tight. There's, half the guys from Metallica were there.
Series that Billabong put together, the shirts, they got all the locations of the CT events that Joel was victorious. And what are some of those locations, Shane?
Competitive surfing career, to be so loved and respected by his peers and the people who've been competing against him for 2 decades. Everyone loves and respects the guy. He's never let the competition thing get in between him and good friendship.
He has a lot to be proud of right now. He'd be watching this heat really closely. cheering on Ryan Callinan and Griffin Colapinto, who he's sharing a home with at the moment here on the North Shore. Ryan tucking in to an impossible section there. That wave just full of whitewater. Couldn't punch through the curtain.
I could definitely forecast that right there. You know, so that's nothing for Ryan, but hey, you know, we're looking at tiny scores right now. So I like where I feel like he's ignited the right plan here. Look for a couple little ramps.
Here we go. Wade Carmichael swinging late. He's not going to get much out of this ride. He's going to pull through the back. Just a minute and a half to go. Not a lot needed. Ryan Callinan was also up. Keep in mind, he's only chasing a 3.07. It looked like a pretty small left that he was tapping into. It's so unique to him. It's a proper cartwheel.
What is that thing? It's so crazy how he does it. And how his body
inverted.
completely expands when he does it. Body goes from compressed to completely drawn out every inch of his body. It's crazy.
Like a fully extended star jump cartwheel.
Yeah.
Here we go. Griffin Colapinto looking to shut this heat down. Can't finish that turn off, but
loose trucks
doesn't
right there.
look like it's going to matter.
Hey, a win's a win. He'll take it.
He'll be marching through to round 3.